as far as I've always known the background of my family. My mom and dad lived in Lakewood, California their whole lives. My dad's dad was Alfred Lemke, who impregnated my grandma Sweet Cheeks, which is Frances Iva Green, and they got divorced because he developed mental illness and she couldn't handle it, according to my family. So they got divorced early on, and then she married my step grandpa named Bob Sheets, and he has his daughter and kids and stuff like that he from his previous marriage that he divorced from. So they're both divorced. They're married to each other, and they had grandkids of my grandpa's grandkids, and then my grandma's grandkids were we were all my grandma and grandpa's grandkids. My grandpa Bob and I didn't know my real biological grandpa prevalently. He was divorced from my grandma, so he wasn't in my dad's life very much. Or maybe he was. It was just separate from my grandma's life. By the time I was a kid, my grandpa wasn't much in our lives. My dad's dad. And like I said, my grandpa always lived in, since I've been an adult, Ohio, I think. Or he was born in Ohio, I think. And he also lived in, by the time I was born, Nevada. Reno, Nevada, or something like that. My whole entire childhood life, or he moved there, or whatever else. And we visited, after he passed away, we visited his I guess it was just the wishes of the family we visited. We saw him every now and then. We visited him every now and then since I've been a child, but he wasn't prevalent in my life, is what I mean by that. And we went and visited his stepmom. So by the time I turned 18 years old, my dad's mom, or 16, I believe, is when she was diagnosed with cancer, and she passed about the time right when I turned 18, Frances Iva Green, and she lived in Banning, California, where she passed away. I guess in her household. Now, like I said, I always lived with my dad and mom, Sandra Lemke, on Allred Street in Lakewood, California, 90712. Since I've been a child, my earliest memories. They show me baby pictures all the time that they always specified was specifically me, and I from birth, so I got the hang of what I looked like or who I was or whatever else. That's where I get the ideas that those baby photos are me, or even most definitely think that they are most of the time my baby photos. That's what they always showed me, was me as a baby and stuff like that. Like I said, my earliest memories, I could probably remember some things about being 4, like going to like outing events or things with like programs, like even preschool. I was in preschool early on at 4. And that's when I lived in Allred Street. My mom's mom lived on Denmead Street when I was a child. And